Listings have finally returned to our market. Hey, Lily with Living Room Realty in Portland, Oregon, here to give you a real estate market update for the month of April 2024. All right, exciting news. While we have been talking for the last few months about buyers returning to our market, we are now finally seeing sellers follow suit, sellers becoming motivated to actually sell their homes. Just in last month, we saw an increase of new listings of 16% with 2,400 homes hitting the market. And I will say here in the last week or two, we have seen way more than that. We've seen a huge influx of properties hit the market. So we'll see that number really go up in next month's report. But yeah, really exciting news for home buyers. Shows that sellers are finally catching up, and we're also seeing that in the other numbers. Pending sales went up by 22% with 2,130 homes going under contract, and sold homes also saw an increase of 23% with 1,570 homes going to new homeowners. And where we've really seen buyer motivation continue to play such a factor in this market and remain high is while we saw this huge increase of listings, we actually saw inventory of homes go down by 2.3 months. So down to 2.3 months, which really shows, again, that while we're having that higher inventory, buyers are out there, they are absorbing that inventory, buying up all of those homes. And so, yeah, interest rates aren't really as much of a factor in the moment when it comes to the greater market trends. What I will report just quickly while I mention the words interest rates, unfortunately, it is no longer reported that we'll see interest rates go down 2 to 3 times this year. Most are predicting that we'll see them go down probably 1 time, maybe 2 times, and that it won't happen until late into this year. So if you're someone who's waiting around on rates, unfortunately, not really certain if they're going to go down anytime soon and by how much. In the last week or so, we actually saw rates pop back up into the 7s again. They've been kind of, going around that, and it went up pretty significantly this week. So just something to consider if you are a home buyer. Unfortunately, that is the case. But again, not really affecting the market at the moment. Buyers are out there. I was talking to an agent at my office today, and he remarked that basically what he's telling clients is if you are looking at a home that is new to the market, expect that it's going to jump by at least 50K in price, which I pretty much agree with. I showed a house this weekend that clients wrote an offer on, and it was exactly that, where the house was listed at 575. We offered, 510 around, the house was listed for 575. We offered 610. The house ended up going for around 630, it sounds like. So really within that 50K range there. So yeah, that's going to be the case for most houses. And in the case of houses that are really, really popular in the most amazing area, the coolest home, I wrote an offer for another client a week ago. And on that house, it went for over 100K over asking from what our predictions were. And, from agents this was like the big listing of the, talk of the town at my brokerage. We estimated, over 100K. And then we know that they got 15 offers on that house. But keep in mind, both of these properties were hot homes in cool areas. So if you are someone who is looking to buy a home, especially if you're maybe a first-time home buyer, someone relocating to the market that needs to buy a home ASAP, don't let this worry you too much. With the right strategy, we will find the right home for you, and don't think that you have to go outside of your budget. If homes are selling for 50K over, on average, then shop 50K under your preferred budget, or your max budget. And then in cases where if you want to buy in the super, super hot area and homes are selling for 100K over asking, we just make sure we're shopping with that range where you have 100K that you can offer up in price. Other terms are going to be really important in this market too. We are starting to talk more about appraisal waivers again. So when you offer a really high price on a house, the sellers often will want to see terms around appraisal where you'll see, promises that you as the buyer will come up with extra cash if the home appraises below what you offer. So just to know in those high competitive situations that might be needed. But again, this isn't every house. I'm showing homes to people that, are sitting for 2 weeks still. It's still a market where you can find those good deals. It's just being really realistic about what homes you're looking at and making sure they're ones you can actually offer on. In general, too, I've had conversations with clients where In our market, I think we've been in this huge shift all of a sudden of buyers re-entering. It's the spring, it's really, really hot. While it'll stay competitive through the rest of the spring and early summer, I think right now is a hard transition period where we're gonna see more jumps in price as listings are just, I've had conversations with listing agents where they're shocked with honestly how high their listings have jumped in price. They didn't intend to list it super, super low and have it jump in price. So I think we'll see as more comparable properties come out, we'll see that price adjust. And I think that's a good time to kind of go into what you'll see on the seller side. Obviously, if you're someone who's thinking of selling your house, all of these things I just talked about for buyers is probably really exciting for you. If you are in a place where you are looking to sell your house, I think this is probably the best time you can sell it that we've had in the last 2 or so years. For you, it is still important that you prep your home really, really well. As I said earlier, not every home is selling for these crazy jumps in prices in a first weekend. It's really the homes that have been well taken care of, maybe have some cool design features that the seller has added. It's homes in really good areas. Obviously, you can't control the area your home is in, but it's usually those homes that are prepped really well, that are shining, that have the good marketing, all the stuff that I can help you with, that really, really sell, that will go in that first weekend, get the multiple offers. So again, for you, it's really all about prep. So just know it's not a guarantee that you'd be in that scenario. There is still work to do to be in that scenario, but just know it is going to be the best market you have seen in a while. And back also to that like comparable situation, I think it is interesting since we've had such low inventory. When I work with sellers, I always like to keep an eye on what's happening in their neighborhood. It's been really hard to comp out to value homes in this market because there just hasn't been that much data to go off of. One thing that's really exciting for you sellers as a real estate nerd and as the person that's going to be sending you this data, we are going to have so much more data to work off of for you when it comes to actually putting a price on your home, getting you an idea of what your home will actually sell for, which is really exciting because you're making a huge decision as to whether to sell your home or not. And now we have the right data for you to decide if it is right for you, if the money works out for you, all of those fun things. So just a little side note there. But yeah, if you're someone who's thinking of selling, it really just comes down to strategy. Same thing when it comes down to you as a home buyer. Market is shifting a lot right now, so just making sure we have the right strategy in place for you where you feel good in this market is going to be the most important thing to have success. But luckily, that is what I'm here to help you with. If you are someone who is thinking of buying or selling in the Portland, Oregon area, or also elsewhere, I have some great agents I can connect you with. I would love to chat with you. I'll have my contact information below. And yeah, looking forward to helping you make a move. All right, thanks. Bye.